Hey, hello everyone. This is Ruben Raymond, and I would like to talk about my travels. As a matter of fact, one particular trip that really comes to mind is my trip to Mexico. And I took a bus all the way from Tucson, Arizona, all the way through Mexico to Puerto Vallarta, which is roughly about 1,200 miles. So, anyways, this is what I did. For a spring break, I wanted to, go to Mexico, but I wanted to do it, um, not I don't want to get there by a plane. I want to get there, through taking a bus. So what I did was decided to go ahead and cross the border with the bus from Tucson to Nogales, and then from Nogales I took another bus all the way through Mexico and over to Puerto Vallarta, and it was quite a long trip. It was roughly about, I want to say, a day and a half. So, anyways, we went through many different towns, and one thing that was really interesting is that, and this is I keep thinking about this all the time, but I, as a foreigner, you're supposed to have a visa if you're going to be going beyond 40 kilometers past the border. And of course, I'm a foreigner. I'm not a Mexican citizen, but I was taking the Mexican bus. So all, the people on the bus, they don't need a visa. So anyways, the bus would just go through the checkpoint, no problem, and bypass it. And of course, here I am, after the 40-kilometer mark with no visa. So I figured, well, I guess from here on, I just got to wing it, and no biggie. So anyways, luckily nothing ever happened. But anyways, so from there we went through Culiacan, which is kind of a drug-infested area. I had no idea it was a drug-infested area, but it looked a little grungy. We had some stops and stuff, and luckily no cartels, approached us or anything, so we were all good. And then from there, went through some other towns, and then finally made it down to Puerto Vallarta. Now, once I got there, it was just amazing. I mean, we stayed at the, and actually I met up with my friends down there, but we stayed up at the Sun Hostel, which is just an incredible hostel. It was just a party the entire time we were there. Oh my gosh. We were there for like about, I want to say 8 days. And every night was like going out, bar hopping and stuff. And one memorial event was the booze cruise. And this is, we spent a whole day out in the ocean, just, going on this booze cruise, $35 to get on. And you spend an entire day with free drinks, all you can drink, tequila, beer, whatever you want, on this boat. And also you get to, they stop the boat in certain areas of the ocean where you snorkel. And of course, by that time we already had a couple of tequilas in us and some beers. And here we are snorkeling and watching all the fish down there. I'm like, hey, this is great. All right, cool. No sharks, luckily. And then we finally got back under the boat, and then we went to the next island and stuff. We had dinner, and then we finally came back. And from there, we, let's see here, we ended up going back to our hostel. We were pretty kind of drunk, but then we went bar hopping again. So yeah, that was definitely quite an experience. That booze cruise was just crazy. Anyways, then it was finally time to go back home, after having all that fun in Puerto Vallarta. And I definitely recommend it. Everyone, just spring break. It's pretty safe down there. Just don't wander off away from the city too much. But as long as you're in the, touristy area, you're fine. So anyways, we, I ended up taking the bus back to the border and then back to Arizona. But on the way back there, the bus stopped at like 7 different checkpoints. It was crazy. One was a federale checkpoint. There's another checkpoint where they asked me for my ID. Nothing happened. I showed them my ID and everything. Everything was good. And no one ever bothered me for my visa or anything. So I was like, whew, And then from there, let's see, went through Culiacan again, and then the bus broke down. It was crazy. We were stranded for like an hour, and it was kind of funny because the bus drivers actually were trying to fix the bus. They got their tools out, their big wrenches and everything, and I couldn't believe it. Like, wow, they're really serious about this. But luckily, about an hour later, another bus stopped by, and we were able to catch the other bus and go on that one there. But we were right in the middle of nowhere in like cartel country, and right outside of Culiacan. It was crazy. But people are really nice though on the bus, so that was good. And anyways, there was no trouble or anything. It was fun. And then we finally made it to Nogales, Sonora, which is right across the border from Arizona. Then from there, I ended up walking part of the way across the border, went through a U.S. Immigration, Customs, and then I was back in Tucson, Arizona. So, yeah, that's pretty much my travel. So, anyways, I hope everyone enjoyed this, and I highly recommend check out Puerto Vallarta. Maybe fly instead of taking a bus, but hey, if you want adventure, take a bus.